Hi, I'm Chris Peterson. I'm from Davisville, West Virginia. A place I heard about Amish country roofing was from a dear friend who I don't get very many recommendations from, but he did recommend them to me and I gave them a call. Amish country roofing came out one afternoon and met with me at the property. I had actually two individual properties I wanted to look at. They came out and looked at both properties, gave me a very neat and consolidated estimate. It was very thorough. By trade, I'm a contractor. And the old saying, the shoemaker's wife has no shoes, it's because I don't have the time to do some of my own work. So I'm very meticulous about what I do and how I do it and the finished product. When they were done with my job and they were on the second piece of property, I inspected my property after the crew had left. And I was utterly amazed at the level of workmanship and the level of efficiency that those gentlemen worked at, still maintaining that professionalism and quality of work was just outstanding. So the overall experience was fantastic from the beginning. Like I said, I had met with their sales representative, Merlin, that came out. He spoke to me, he was very kind and courteous, he was very thorough, gave me a very detailed estimate, which is what I was looking for. He went over every aspect of the job, provided me with all the resources and samples that I needed to make an educated decision, both for me and my wife. So after the job was completed, I immediately went up on the roof to inspect. I'd taken the day off work, and I was overwhelmingly surprised, to say the least. Not only, again, they were super efficient, but they maintained that level of quality and workmanship that I would have done for myself and even beyond. The fact that I inspected the job and found no trash, no debris, the process was fantastic. I was overwhelmingly happy to a point where I called my wife and she answered the phone and she said, "Are they done?" I said, "Yes, they are." And she goes, "Well," and I said, "I'm speechless." And she said, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I said, "That's just it. There's nothing wrong. It's fantastic. The job is excellent and I am overwhelmingly pleased." So when I called to follow up with Merlin, my salesperson, who came out to visit me, I had asked him for the owner's name and number, which he provided. And I called that gentleman that afternoon and wanted to take the time to express my gratitude and express the fact that his people were super courteous, very efficient, they cleaned up, and everything that made me happy, I wanted to relay to him. Since then, I have openly referred his company to multiple individuals. References from me are pretty much non-existent. So for me to refer somebody, I truly need to believe in what they do, and they did it firsthand at my home.